I never noticed anything about the steering wheel anyway.
A bit calm, though.
Well, I
and-
don't know. Maybe it was just
And I have a full windshield that I put on in the fall,
Yeah. Well, yeah. Corey has a
like a glass windshield that it only takes about 10 minutes to throw on. But this time of year I take it off because it's too hot in there with it on.
Even these things are a pain in the ass sometimes. Like last, I don't know, maybe a month ago we were up and we were in Bancroft North and riding through the bush. It was dustier than the son of a bitch, but there was the one, like if you go north, oh wow, basically I think it's Open Trail or 106. If you go up and then you can jog off of it, and it's like just wide enough for the machine and nothing but rock climbing, like big friggin' boulders. Hey, it was fun, but you're sneaking through the bush and then you get the sun coming through and hitting the dust on here, and you couldn't see the fucking, or you couldn't see the rocks in front of you.
You get that with the full windshield too, the glass windshield.
Yeah.
When it gets dusty and you're heading into the sun,
Yeah.
it's like holy shit, can't see.
Or like raindrops and they dry on there and suck up some of that
I
dust
actually always
too.
keep a couple of bottles of water for clean the windshield
Throw
when
the
that
windshield.
happens.
Makes sense, yeah.
Poke some holes in the top of it and squirt it onto the windshield and give it a wipe. And
You almost have to, yeah.
because, well, like I said, I take the windshield off in the summer. This time of year, I don't want a windshield.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Oh, you don't even have a bottom windshield. Like
No,
you don't even have
no,
a short.
no, I don't even.
deflector. Well, I know that's well. Actually, he mentioned a good point. I've been on the fence about whether I want to keep that on there or not. I mean, it's nice when you're cruising down that, like when you're doing 50, 60 kilometers an hour kind of thing, whatever. It does keep some of that wind up and over. But yeah, as soon as you get in anything technical, the problem is right where you're looking.
Yeah.
It's exactly where that is.
But I went and bought real riding goggles because when you ride with a whole whack of people, the dust,
Oh yeah.
your eyes, it's like, holy
Yes, sir.
shit. That's,
Yeah, well, I usually follow him, and I got them little, just the little goggles.
what?
Oh, I just have a pair of these things here that I wear.
Oh yeah, you see, but the dust get. Oh,
No, the dust still gets
oh,
in.
I see. I see you got little foams there. Yeah, that's.
But yeah, trying to wear sunglasses or something. Oh my God, the grit. You just couldn't do it.
You couldn't do it. No, that's.
But yeah, same thing. I mean, I wear, like I ride dirt bikes too, so I got a whole handful of those, so it's convenient. But yeah,
They're coming out some wicked machines now, eh?
yeah, they are.
Polaris has got that 225 horsepower that they put the slingshot motor in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
For what?
I don't know. That Can-Am's got one out now with that 240 horsepower.
Oh, the turbo. Oh, not turbo wire.
It's turboed.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think. Is that one the turbo wire or is that Polaris's?
No, the Polaris is one.
This is a no. The Polaris is a
It's naturally aspirated, 4-cylinder. I think that's
Okay.
the Pro R. That's,
Yeah, Pro R is Polaris's.
but that's naturally aspirated. I'm not a fan of turbos.
No.
No.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting you say that because I mean we had that conversation too. Like when I was in the market to buy this, like yes, this is turbo, but the Pro. I mean, obviously all the Pro XPs are.
Yeah.
But for me, being a taller guy, the Pro XP and the Kawasaki KRX were the only two machines that I actually was able to
To fit in, yes.
comfortably. Yeah.
Yeah, you're tall. You would probably wouldn't fit in that too good.
No, I mean, well, like his, these ones actually aren't too bad because the seats are a little bit more, like with this one here, obviously you lay back. On yours, because you sit a little bit more upright, your knees are at a little bit
your
more
ass
than
is
90.
back a little bit more. Right?
I
Yeah.
actually raised my seat.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's those the only thing I could really find back in the day, they had those loops that went into the boxes of the pickup trucks
Yep.
Yeah.
with the rubber thing that
Yep.
goes in.
Yep.
Well, I bought those, Princess Auto,
Right.
and I raised my seat
Okay.
3 inches because I felt it was too low.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I mean, for me, like, I find this one's not too bad. Like, at least my knees aren't into the dash, but holy Christ, like a Maverick X3 or the Segways or, yeah, like yeah. Anyways, long story short, most of them are too small.
Well, you're tall, yes.
Yeah, and I mean, you got to be comfortable, right? Like, I mean, you spend enough time in it, it's. But But yeah, I mean, if you could get a Pro XP without the turbo, I would be just as happy without.
That's
Because I mean, I'm not. I mean, we're trail riding. Like we're not doing, 100 miles an hour and.
no, Buddy's got that Can-Am one or whatever, the one that can hit 195 horsepower.
Right.
He detuned it.
Well, yeah. I mean, it's just,
It's
way
just-
too much.
He said it's just too stupid.
Like around here, it's tap the gas and the thing's lurching all the time.
But this is enough horsepower for me, and I don't need any more than that. That's,
Oh, these are awesome. They run good.
this was my little toy.
Oh yeah.
I still got the bus.
Oh, do you?
Yeah.
Oh, you were like seriously like in the mud.
So now, where did you use? Like, did you?
I took it all over, as far as Indianapolis, Ottawa, London. Back in the day, I was, like I said, that was quite a while ago.
Right.
But back in the day, I was doing 25 runs in the summer.
Oh, jeez. And
Well, that's from '97. Eh?
Yes, that's
and how did you typically do? How'd you
well,
make out?
pretty good.
Yeah.
She was supercharged alcohol injected with 1,200 horsepower.
Oh shit.
It was a mud drag, 300-foot mud drag, and like from a standing start.
Yep.
And I mean, you see how big the truck is.
Yeah.
Was doing it in just under 3 seconds.
Oh man.
That was the first version of it. I had 2 versions of it.
And how long did it take you to build that?
About a year and a half, 2 years,
Yeah. And how long did you own it for?
10 years.
Okay.
I raced it for 10 years.
Now, did you find something like that's expensive on the upkeep?
No,
No.
no. If you build it right from the beginning,
Yeah.
I ran it for 10 years. The only damage I had is I blew up 2 transmissions
Okay.
and I fried a solenoid.
And that's it, eh?
That's it.
Wow.
Is this what you guys?
But I assume pretty much everything on that was aftermarket or
Oh yeah,
fabricated,
yeah.
right?
Everything
Like-
was. They were 3-ton Canadian military differentials on it.
Okay.
One was for Ben.
Yeah, you can have one.
You ate yours?
Nasty with a weapon. I was getting a gallon of methanol every 100 feet.
For every 100 foot.
But methanol you have to run real rich, eh?
Oh, okay.
Like if you ever see drag racers or whatever,
Yeah.
with the flames coming out of the pipes,
Right. You pretty much need that in order.
that's part of the lubrication.
Yeah. Okay.
Because if I actually ran it out of fuel at full throttle,
Mm-hmm.
the motor would instantly blow up.
Yeah.
Instantly. That's
Well, yeah, there's not much lubrication in ethanol.
actually had no cooling system either. That's
Probably don't need it, right? If
it
you
was
just-
a 300-foot drag in the mud. That's
right. Yeah.
you fire it up about a half hour before you run. You let it idle for about 5-10 minutes
Right.
just to get some heat into it.
Right.
So it's like there's no cold spots in the motor.
So expands the block.
And then, like I said, you pull it up to the line, you burn your pit, you shut her down at the end, and let her cool.
Right on.
Did you run undersized pistons? Or just like standard pistons? Or?
Oh, geez, no. It was a GM bow tie block. That's a cemented block. It was bored out to a 510.
Yeah, but how much clearance did you run on the pistons is what I mean.
I think they were 12-1. If I'm pretty sure, if I recall right, pistons were 12-1. That's. Oh no, it was a full race motor. That's. Had a 50% overdrive on the supercharger.
Oh.
So I mean, if you put a supercharger on a street engine, you basically run a 7% underdrive.
I can see that.
And like I said, mine had a 50% overdrive.
Right.
Every time the motor went around, supercharger went around 1.5 times.
Yeah, that's how you get all that power out of it. What'd you say? It was about
1200.
1200, yeah.
With supercharged, no turbo.
No,
Turbo wouldn't even get spooled up by the time it got to the end of 300 feet.
like I said, I'm not a fan of turbos. You couldn't sell me on a turbo if they put superchargers on these things. That's the first thing I'd put on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you'd have to see the price. That's
Yeah. Well, then you'd need to be cutting your fuel in half too, though, wouldn't it? Your mileage.
I've got a 2018 F-150 at home, a short bucks standard cab,
Oh yeah.
lowering kit and all that stuff or whatever. I want to throw a supercharger on that with the 5 feet or 10 feet in it. But they want $12,000. By the time you got the supercharger in, you're looking at $12,000.
You must work at GM.
I'm retired from GM.
Well, they're closing that plant, aren't they?
No, it's back open again. They did close it in Oshawa.
Oh, they did close it?
They did close it, but it came back. There was too much money to be made building trucks there.
Well, is it that plant that they're doing the Super Duties now?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because that's what just recently published, I think, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think
Like,
2 years ago it
2020s
came.
Okay, because I think were they saying 26 or so they'll have all the they'll have a line running for like the 250 and 350s.
Well, it's already running.
Oh, okay, so they're already doing.
Oh, they're already building.
Okay.
At least 2 years now.
Oh, okay, well, my bad.
And it's everything. Everything's a 4-door,
like Super Crew.
whatever. Yes,
Yeah.
that's
So that's all they do there. So most of the the average, like, so not a lot of commercial vehicles.
well. It is a lot of commercial vehicles.
Okay, like, but like, so trim packages doesn't matter. Like if it's an XLT or anything like that, they don't focus on Lariat, Platinum, Limiteds.
Well,
Corey.
that's all.
Oh,
Ford.
I don't know what the fuck I'm talking.
That's
You know
all
what,
Ford
dude?
stuff.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
That's okay. I know
It went right over my head because I know.
3500.
Yeah, 2500s. Yeah,
That's pretty.
Sorry,
I think they pretty well build the 20. I think they might have a 1500 4-door,
Okay.
but it's mostly the 2500s.
Yeah, so all the HDs.
3500s.
Yeah.
One girl that I know that works there, she says quite a few of them are going out already with fifth wheels on them, like
Oh.
the fifth wheel hookup.
Yeah. Interesting.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't. Sorry, dude. I don't know what
I've been retired for 8 years, so it closed up after I retired, but I knew it was coming back. Because I lived there. They were still spending money on the place. Like, who closes a building and still spends money on the place?
Right.
Well, it depends how much money you got to spend.
Well, the Oshawa truck plant. Back when I worked there, we had 3 plants there. There was 2 car plants and a truck plant. We were actually putting out 7,500 vehicles a day. Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
well, Oshawa was super profitable,
Right.
Yeah.
and they basically closed the truck plant.
Now, was that something to do with the union? Like, kind of,
Well, I don't know.
Middle
It's,
finger
they
kind
fucked
of
up,
thing. And,
is what it was. There was a girl that she went to exercise classes, and one of the ladies in there, her dad was her husband was the financial guy for GM.
okay.
And he basically told his wife that they screwed up closing the truck plant. It was the most profitable plant they ever had.
So that decision came from the U.S. somewhere. Then?
Came from the U.S.
Yeah,
That's
Well, they probably didn't. They move the half tons to Mexico though.
Mexico, yes. And here's another one. Like, I was there when this all happened. When we were on the line, I used to do the shipping labels because I did work in the truck plant for 21 years. If you looked at the shipping labels or the window sticker,
Yeah.
like that was 2 different jobs.
Okay.
1 in 5 went to Texas. Always.
Really?
Always. Like, you could count on every 5th vehicle was going to Texas.
No shit.
Yes. Anyways, when they announced the truck plant was closing, had a buddy that went to Texas,
Right.
dropped into the dealers,
Yeah.
just to tell them I work at Oshawa, we build trucks. And basically the dealer told them, you send us any truck from Oshawa, we've got it sold the next day.
So
That's,
it almost sounds so. Most of the so a lot of the okay. So moving the plant to Mexico from a logistics
Quality
point
control.
of view.
well, anyways, 43,000 orders came in the day they announced the truck plant was closing, most of them for Texas,
right.
because they wanted trucks from Oshawa.
Yeah. Okay.
And they basically turned around and said, well, sorry, we can't provide them from Oshawa, but we can provide them from Our other plants,
Mm-hmm.
the actual 43,000 orders disappeared.
Interesting.
Fuck you. If you can't provide them from Oshawa, we don't want them.
Huh. That says a lot.
That says a lot, yeah.
Wow.
So that's why they're building trucks back in Oshawa, because,
Interesting.
and actually this week they announced they're actually, the Oakville plant, Ford,
Yeah.
used to build pickups,
Yeah.
and then they went to the Edge, I think it was.
Yeah. Or the Escape. Well, one of those.
I think it was the Edge.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, anyways, they announced on the radio this week back in 2026 they're going back to pickups in Oakville
Interesting.
because Oshawa is that profitable, or Ontario is that profitable. I mean, when you're building $70,000 trucks,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but you know the thing is, Mexico, when they did that, the labor was cheap.
yeah, but there was
But now the labor's gone up. Trudeau and his fucking carbon tax.
yeah,
You know, like
yeah, I know that's got to go.
everything is the. I
Hopefully,
mean, it's not so much that obviously the carbon tax doesn't affect the states.
well,
but,
it does.
But the thing is, it's you know, there's still parts being made in Ontario. And they're shipping the fucking things all the way to Mexico to put in the truck and turn around and ship it all the way back.
Well, that's I don't understand that part too. That's
Yeah, the whole. It's all bullshit.
because I mean they ship. Like I said, I was on stock for the last 12 years, and I mean I had parts coming from South Korea.
Hmm.
Like holy shit.
Yeah.
Like, but I guess shipping's not as expensive as they think it is. That's
Well, see, you guys would have been on that just on time freight too.
yeah. That's
They got rid of a lot of the warehousing.
actually they've gone back to warehousing.
Well, it's because they got too many fucking
No,
East
it-
Indian
it's not
drivers that
warehouse
don't.
no
that
more.
half the fucking loads end up in the ditch along the 401.
It's not warehouse no more. Actually, like I said, I'm not in GM no more. I've retired 8 years ago.
Yeah.
When you drive by the plant now, man, they've got trailers in there. Like, see what it is now. They were starting that when I was there. That a highway driver would drop a trailer at a certain spot in the plant.
Yep. Pick up a different one, like an empty or
Like I said,
someone one
these
going
would be
somewhere.
his 6 bays or whatever. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay.
So you drop your trailer in this empty bay, you move over to this bay, you grab your full one. Sorry, drop your full one in this bay.
Yep.
Grab your empty in this bay and leave.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I was on the motor line or whatever, so when I needed motors, there was shunters in the yard.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, I'd get on the radio, okay, pull out trailer so-and-so out of this dock and bring me trailer so-and-so.
Mhm.
And then the shunter would go grab the trailer, put it in the dock.
Right.
Well, now they're really doing that.
Mm.
Like I mean, I drove by the other day, holy shit, there's got to be 1,000 trailers in here.
Oh yeah.
But you see, they're not really paying for it until they call it into the plant, right? That's
Yeah. You can have all the inventory sitting out in the yard you want, but yeah, we don't write a check for it till it actually goes in production.
right.
Cool.
But I couldn't get a deal. Like I said, I bought a 2020 or 2018 F-150, brand new. I couldn't get the deal from GM.
I thought retirees were able to cash in on that for.
GM's ignorant. My
Because
F-150.
Ford, holy fuck, Ford, they got that A plan. Like, man, you belong to Ford fucking till the day you fucking die.
My truck, it's beautiful. I got a hard top on it and a wing. Like I don't drive it in the rain. I don't drive it in the snow. Like it's like beautiful. But it listed for 41,000,
Okay.
and I got it from Ford for 29,500.
Really?
Employee discount. I told them I'm retired from GM. I want employee discount. I went on to their Ford.ca. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yep.
I had the truck all picked out, so I got salesman. I said, go on to Ford.ca. I said, boom, boom, boom. That's what I want. You know what I mean? He
Yeah.
basically printed it off. Went and talked to I told him I'm offering you 30,000 for it. He went and talked to the manager. He came back and said, we'll take it. But during the process, I was getting that spray-in box thing from the dealer
Oh, yeah.
for $500.
Right.
And he says ours isn't as good as the aftermarket. So he says, tell you what, we'll knock the $500 off. You go get it done yourself at a
So you bought just a regular cab then?
regular cab short box. I should have pictures of it because it's a hot little machine.
Yeah, you don't see too
Yeah,
many
you
of
see,
them around
you're a
anymore.
short guy though. You'd be able to sit in the seat.
It's got that 5-liter 10-speed in it.
Right.
It's like, ooh.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's never seen rain. She's never seen snow.
Ford's a better truck than GM anyway.
I think so too.
Yeah, not that
GMs are too
I
expensive.
drive a GM.
They're too expensive.
Well, they're too expensive, but they drop the ball on the interior.
Oh, actually, I don't even like the looks of the new GMs. I find them too tall.
Well, I'll tell you, I've got a 2018
See, here's mine.
SLE, and like I said, we live in London.